everyone, and welcome to the Houston Element Podcast. My name is Missy, and I am your host. And today, I have the wonderful pleasure to introduce two more wonderful artists, not Houston locals per se. We got some from Austin and some from Houston, but you should give them a check out nonetheless. First, I'd like to introduce Mr.
imaBda1.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry.
No, it's no problem. Everybody always gets it wrong sometimes. They spell it wrong more than they pronounce it wrong, though. So, but anyway, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you for having us out here. Got my boy Macho here with me.
Thank you so much. I apologize, guys. I've been up since like 5 a.m, but we're rocking out. Okay? We on the Houston Element. We ain't got no excuses. The show must go on.
Definitely.
I like that.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely. So tell me about it. Why music? What brought y'all onto this journey?
Man, well, for me, it all started one night. I was in a B&B in Austin, and I know a couple guys out here. I know y'all heard of Peso, and out of T.H.E family. And I actually was just like, working for him, driving the bus, doing little things, and I just seen all this success all in one room. And so like I decided in my brain, I was like, maybe I could try to do this my own way. You know what I mean? So after seeing so much success in one room, I am where I am 2 years later, and now I'm starting to get a little buzz going. So I'm just trying to run with all the blessings God continues to bless me with. So.
And that's how you got to do it, man. 100%. So, and you've already got, like over 4,000 streams on YouTube. And one of your most popular songs is actually about Austin. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually, that was my very first song I had ever done in the studio. We From Austin was the very first song I'd done. It was 2 years ago. And actually, my whole team, I come out of a team we call the Corn-Fed Mexicans out of we're Corn-Fed Mexicans out of Austin, Texas. Chris Corn-Fed Araujo was our president at one time, but now my boy CFN June, me and him, he's the president, I'm the assistant president or whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
And we just been striving just to push it on. That we From Austin track though is like it's like considered an anthem in my city. So like
wow.
And actually it has over 4,000, but the original views was 27,000, but I actually, the person I had running my YouTube before switched the video, and so it took all those views away that I had previous.
Oh, man.
But the day that I did that video, like we did 5 video shoots in one day. So
wow.
Like it was an experience. It was my very first video, so I was kind of really nervous when I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like it's my first time doing a video and stuff. But I got a little bit more comfortable as I gone through.
Well, for being your first time, on a music video set, I have to say I was impressed because the energy was pretty natural. The production was very well done. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, nothing that you presented in the video distracted you from the music or nothing like that. It all seemed to collate together. I liked everybody's vibe and the energy,
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And that was right around the time COVID had started originally.
Oh, wow.
That was like right when COVID started, like literally. Actually, South by Southwest that year, I probably would be known a little bit more, but at South by Southwest that year, I had like 6 spots. I had 4 official slots and I had 2 unofficial slots. But like, it was my big break or whatever, but it's all good stuff happens. Like, man, COVID came, I ended up going to Miami, recording with J. Cole's producer out there. And so, man, I went there with $80 in my pocket.
Wow.
It's all blessings, you know what I mean? And like, I got invited out there, and it's just, shout out to my boy C3. Shout out to all the Austin, everybody putting on for the city. Shout out to H-Town, shout out to Trendsetter, Macho Style Delivery. Shout out to Swisher House. Shout out to like everybody who messes with me. Shout out to y'all, Math Class, Sarge the God. Everybody who's out there messes with me from Austin. Shout out to everybody who just continues to show me love and everything. And like here lately, I've been going through a spiritual journey where I've been kind of cutting people out of my life, and so like. It's always good. It's always good to keep your circle real and keep all the snake people out of it. So that's how I move.
100%. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Lord have mercy.
Amen.
I mean, sometimes, the struggle is real. Okay, and you just have to trim the fat. Ain't
Definitely.
no butcher proud of the fat on their meat. Okay,
I want a good piece of steak.
yeah, exactly. Everybody wants that good piece of meat. Okay, we want to eat. We don't want to get fat. Okay, and so, and you've been working with all these different people, from Austin now and Houston. So, what's next in the journey, man? Earlier we were talking about, before we went on, that you were thinking about, music production and things like that, and learning on your own.
Man, honestly, me and my boy been slowly just kind of paving our own way. Honestly, if out here in Houston, my boy Macho put me on out here in Houston, and now we're doing stuff. Tonight we got a show out here in we got a show out at the Manifesto Showcase out at Super Happy Funland. We go on from 11:20 to 11:50, and he got his set and I got my set, and we're gonna go out there and just do what we do best, just practice till we strive to the best. I got a mixtape coming out in July. It's my first mixtape ever. It's gonna be called Living the Dream.
Excellent. And anybody, including Macho himself, are we gonna recognize on the mixtape?
Man, Max Millie Waves. Shout out to Max Millie Waves. If y'all have never heard of him, or if you want vibe music, everything I do is vibe music, and everybody I mess with is vibe music. And so that's how we move vibes. We move off angelic and spiritual motives, and move off God, where God pushes us and takes us to. And I feel as long as you're doing everything right in your life, then everything else pans out.
And you can't argue with that. You can't argue with that.
It's the way God put for you. You know what I mean?
100%. And so you seem like you got a pretty good head on your shoulders. You know what your path is. You know what you're meant to do. You're striving there for it. So what other things, help you to not stray from your goal?
But man, there's always, the devil's always going to play a part in your life. There's always coming at you. It can be in a way of a pretty girl to like the person you thought was your friend. You know what I mean? But what I say, the biggest people I say thank you to every day is the people that went against me. Those are the people I thank the most, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Thank you to all the haters. And I want to say shout out to my kids. Shout out to my baby mama, Terry Bear. Shout out to everybody who, continues to put on for me. And I thank all of those people. Thank you so much. But thank you so much to my haters, because without y'all, I would not be halfway where I am right now. So keep hating on me, and I'm going to keep striving.
Seriously, though, thank you to my number one fans, the haters.
Yes.
Okay? Y'all, thank you for continuing to give us the gasoline to wake up in the morning and disappoint you.
Yes.
And by disappoint, I mean make you upset because we're winning.
Yes.
Thank
Winners. You. That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you got a show tonight playing, and you decided to grace us with your presence. I feel so fortunate that we got to catch you.
I'm actually the one that feels more graceful. This is my first podcast live on the internet, and I'm thankful for everything, and I like to thank everybody who supports me. And if I can just get a glimpse of anybody who can catch a hold of me or hear my music today, and it inspires you to do your own thing, then whatever inspires you, art comes in all different kinds of forms. And so what I like to say is just, if someone ever tells you that you can't accomplish your dream, keep going after it, because they really hate that you're accomplishing your dream. And just don't let nobody stop you. Keep going. Keep your head up and keep walking.
Yeah, my boy, I'm going to be the one. He got a double performance tonight. So shout out, staying active and, giving people what they want. It's all about feel good vibes and feeling your positive energy. If they invite you more than once, that means you're doing something right. So keep up the good work, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's 100%. Nobody goes to a concert to have a bad time. No one's going because they're like, hey, the music is going to be terrible. You should come. So what are the kind of things that you guys do to prepare for a show?
Honestly, I would say to prepare for a show, have a day off. A day off to yourself to wake up free-minded and just start off from the day you wake up and prepare yourself until you get to the show, which is rehearsal or listening to the music on repeat. but definitely be clear-minded and, just have an expectation of what people look forward to. And, just be yourself. You ain't got to fake nothing. Just be yourself because that's what people expect out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Nobody's trying to go to a Metallica show expecting to see Michael Jackson performance. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, be yourself because that's who we want to see. That's who we're fans of.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And so, have you ever done any kind of gigs where you went over there and you've done everything to prepare and then maybe some things happened like that were outside of your control that you couldn't handle?
Definitely.
Technical difficulties.
They always happen. But we got to strive through it. You know what I'm saying? We got to strive through it. There's always technical difficulties, but we got to strive through it. Got to always.
Sometimes.
We're gonna make it sound good no matter what.
Yeah, like starting the live almost 30 minutes late. But you know what? We came in clutch, y'all.
Hey, we're here. It's all good.
We appreciate what
it's
you
all
do
love.
for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Shout out to the podcast HTX, man. Shout out.
Lab
Appreciate
45.
Yes. Thank you guys so much, man. You don't know what it means to hear the feedback, from the guests to see that they're like that they're appreciative of the experience because I'm appreciative of you guys. That's why I did this because I wanted to meet you guys. I know what it's like to be looked past, and I don't want to look past, especially artists. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys contribute so much to the world.
Man, I put my heart and soul into
We
this.
appreciate you for noticing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Whether you're a musician, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a parent, kind of thing, an artist is an artist. And you are the people that make the world go round.
Definitely.
Music is very powerful.
Art keeps the world beautiful.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you can put it on the painting, put it on the music, whatever.
What I try to make it clear is that, this kind of art is very, uplifting, whether you're underrated or not heard, whatever it is, it's very uplifting, and that's one of the main reasons why we do it, to uplift
Definitely.
the world that needs that uplift.
I want to inspire people's hearts. You know what I mean? I want people to feel my music. I want people to live their life through my music, even though I'm speaking on my life through my music. Isn't that the goal of music?
That is, and I'm glad that you said that. Like I couldn't have put it in better words myself, honestly. Like that was perfection. And if I can ask you, to elaborate a little bit, what do you think are ways that you are uniquely, as an artist, as an individual, express that point through your music?
Man, if you listen to my music, it's all heartfelt stuff, true stories, life experiences, tests from God that I've passed and continue to pass and strive forward against. Like, honestly, if I would not be in anywhere close in the shoes I am now going, even though I'm still like a nobody yet, but I'm on my way to being a somebody. So what I say is just never give up, man. Just always keep your head up. People that want to count you down is the people that want to count you out. And nobody can count you out. All it's about is how you feel at the end of the day. If you're happy with it, then eventually people are going to be happy with it. You know what I mean?
Well, and thank you for that. But, excuse my French, but shut your dirty mouth, okay? Because you are somebody.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to be someone. I'm going to be the one, excuse me. I apologize, guys.
That's a good
I
point.
like that, though. I'm going to be someone. I like that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of Houston, and I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm trying to say.
One.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to be the one, okay? And you're Macho, okay? And you're on the Houston Element podcast. Y'all somebody. We're somebody.
That
I
right.
appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? There's riches is not just jewels, okay? Currency is not just money, and value is not just items that are tangible, okay?
Definitely.
And so what would you say is some of y'all's biggest inspirations for creating music? I mean, you mentioned that you want to, bless the world and really share positive feedback, but who are some people in your life in particular that really are like part of your muse?
Well, first off, part of my muse, everything I do it for is for my kids. First off, honestly, it's for them. Honestly, that's why I keep pushing every day. But honestly, the music writes itself. Like, I may listen to a beat sometimes for hours before I even come before a chorus. I even listen to a beat for days before the music writes itself. It talks to me. You know what I mean? And it just writes itself. You just listen to it enough, it writes itself for you. You know what I mean? You just got to have the vibes and the energy, the frequencies. In fact, I just came out with a new song called Frequencies.
Yes, I heard.
And that's my newest release that I've had so far. And the reason why I left the second verse open is because I plan on doing a TikTok to it, and hopefully surprising somebody with an open verse, and they could, if they're good enough for it, then they could win a verse and be on the remix.
Oh, snap. Did y'all hear that, y'all? If y'all sitting at home waiting for an opportunity, it's right here. You got to check it out. You just got to put your hand out. It's there.
Mm-hmm. And it's something I've never done before, but people said I should try different things, so that's what I'm trying to do.
That's excellent. Yeah, definitely try different things, because the worst thing that can happen is you're like, okay, it didn't work. Yep. We'll try it another way.
The worst somebody could say is no, or something could do is just not work. You just try again start from scratch for something else.
But what's even worse than failing is not trying.
Exactly. Because you could say you didn't try, and you'll never know what it was like, even if it could have worked. So
exactly.
I'm running with that.
Exactly.
I'm running against the odds, not with them.
And so what would you say are some of the things, like you said, you're still starting out, you're still kind of getting your footing and things like that. So what are the kind of things that y'all been doing to try, to get your brand out there, get your music out there more in front of people?
Open mic nights, karaoke nights.
Karaoke.
Hey.
We never disappoint any. Like, we've been doing a lot of karaoke. I ain't gonna lie. Last Sunday was the first Sunday we didn't have a show. Before that, we had at least 2 or 3 shows every Sunday for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
This month we got 3 performances. Last month we had 5 performances. And anybody who keeps inviting us, I make sure to be reliable because we appreciate that. It's a
definitely.
privilege.
It's a chance to practice. You know what I mean? It's a chance to practice on your craft. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And, and you still, even though you have value to your music, you're not too good to be like, I'm just going to go to a karaoke mic or an open mic night and just bless the mic.
Nah, never, yeah.
That's awesome.
Because when I get on a big stage, I want to be able to kill it because I've killed it on all those little stages. Man, you don't realize we go to this one karaoke in Tech City, Little Chief Bar, and I'm not gonna lie, we get some feedback from over there. People really like us. Old school people, new school people, people really love us out there, man.
You know how they say we don't forget where we come from. So I brought my boy out there, and they're very impressed with him. He blows them away. He really does.
This guy helps feed me to It helps keep me in it too. My mind frame, my mindset.
The juice to the veins.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yes, man. And I mean, and that's and that's awesome because it's hard, to try to meet, local artists and things like that. Yeah. That's why I'm grateful for the podcast because now I got to meet all these other people I wouldn't otherwise be able to meet.
Definitely. Shout out to Poster Child. Honestly, I wouldn't even have met her if it wasn't for you. So shout out to Poster Child.
Shout out to my boy Easton Vibes, Nico, Beachfront, Dominique, Phonics, all my crew, all his crew, this thing don't come by itself. So like I say on music, we don't do this solo, but our delivery, is all together.
Yeah, and it's original, it's unique, Yeah, I honestly don't hear any music out there that's like our music. It's different. And that's the key to making it in this game, to being original, not sounding like everybody else.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, there's the joke online now that we have memes, they talk about it, and even with engineers, they say engineers against loops or singers against loops and things like that. I mean, it's not to say that loops are bad, but it's like, how many loops are we talking about, man?
Yeah, it's almost like, when people try to critique, and I'm like, well, we're not trying to sound like what you prefer to hear. We try to sound like what we want you to hear. So you either accept it or not. I'm always accept what other people are trying to share with me. I'm never going to critique you. I'm going to accept it how you're trying to feed it to me.
I'm going to show love regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, how are you going to say that there's only one way of doing things when it's art?
Most definitely. It's like, why would I want to be like what you hear all the time? Like, I want to be myself. I don't want to be like them.
Exactly. Because, I mean, and I don't want to sound like one of those people that listens to the same 4 bands over and over, but when you have a piece of music that just hits you, it can be 20 years old, 20 minutes old, and you just listen to that thing
Straight up.
like it's fresh linen every time.
Most deaf.
St. John Reflex. Shout out St. John, because Reflex, that song gets me through every day.
Hey.
Honestly,
Shout out Baby Young and Broke Before. That song right there, that's like my top 3. Like one of my top, my two of my top 3 that I listen to almost every day just for inspiration. Shout out to my brother-in-law Cosmo out there. You know, I see you tuned in. Appreciate you. You know, we make some hits too every time we touch the studio. So shout out to everybody I make hits with, man. All the stars out there. I love y'all.
Seriously. Thank you, everybody that's out there and just supporting the local people. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that's what it's about, man. You know? Okay? Show love at home, okay? And then you can show love other places.
Not just that. My boy also, he's a tattoo artist, got his own tattoo shop.
Oh, shit.
He also he has a clothing shop where he sells clothes, jerseys, stuff like that. And we're working on getting that all up and going online so he can get that going. But, like, man, he got a really good thing going. He's very successful. So.
That's wonderful.
You know, beyond the success, I be all about sharing my happiness because, you know, the way I am in person, that's how I express myself in music. So it's like, if I can make somebody happy, then that means more important to me than just, you know, any regular feeling. Sharing your happiness is something very special to me because if you're happily ever after and you don't find your inner peace, why hold it to yourself? Share it and make other people happy, make other people smile.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the blessing, man, because even if I don't know you guys, you know, I've never been in your shoes. Like your art touches our souls, and
we appreciate the
straight up
opportunity
appreciate
to
that.
be heard.
absolutely, man. And I mean, and thank you guys, man. I really appreciate y'all coming on and letting us know and sharing your feedback and your wisdom with us, man.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, thank you
You're
for
sharing your wisdom
everything.
with us, and we really appreciate you too for letting us be heard. You
Definitely.
know, it's something
Giving us
that-
a voice, we appreciate it.
It's something that will always be a memory for life.
That's what I'm here for, man. That's what we're here for, man. And do you have any last little bit of advice for the people listening for the Q&A portion of the podcast?
Human A, who's Human A?
No, Q&A.
Oh, Q&A.
Question and answer. Anyway, no. I think it's time for a break and then we'll come back to perform, right?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening this week. And if you're on the podcast only, we will talk to you next week. And if you're watching on Instagram Live, we will be back in 5-10 minutes with a live performance setup.
Yes, yes. Look forward to it. Thank you so much.